The enemy doesn't come at you with pitchforks and fireballs. He comes at your mind. If your imagination is unredeemed, it becomes the devil's playground. But when your imagination is surrendered to God, it becomes a weapon. And that's why the enemy works overtime to corrupt your imagination with fear, with lust, with despair, with doubt. Remember this: the fiercest battles are fought in your mind, but the greatest victories are also won there. Hello and welcome once again. This is Nelson Karanja for God and I, the Creative Locus. Imagination and spiritual warfare. These two go hand in hand. If the kingdom of God is within you, then it makes sense why the greatest battlefield is also within you. Paul says in 2 Corinthians 10:4-5, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of God. Catch that. Imaginations. The enemy doesn't come at you with pitchforks and fireballs. He comes at your mind. He plants images, suggestions, fears, lies. He crafts narratives to make you doubt who you really are and whose you are. And here is the thing: if your imagination is unredeemed, it becomes the devil's playground. He will use it to magnify your fears, to replay your failures, to make mountains out of molehills. But when your imagination is surrendered to God, it becomes a weapon, a fortress, a canvas for faith. Think of David. When he faced Goliath, the whole army saw a giant they couldn't defeat. But David's imagination was tuned to God. He saw victory before he ever slung a stone. That's why he could say, this uncircumcised Philistine is going down today. His inner vision shaped his outer reality. That's spiritual warfare. Winning the battle inside so you can win the battle outside. And that's why the enemy works overtime to corrupt your imagination with fear, with lust, with despair, with doubt. Because if he can conquer your inner vision, he doesn't even need to fight you in the physical. You'll already be defeated. But when you renew your mind daily in the Word, when you allow the Spirit to sanctify your imagination, suddenly your inner world becomes aligned with God's truth. And when that happens, no weapon formed against you can prosper. So let me ask you, what's playing on the screen of your imagination? Is it fear's movie or faith's vision? Because whichever one you run will shape your reality. Remember this: the fiercest battles are fought in your mind, but the greatest victories are also won there. Until next time, this is Nelson Karanja for God and I, the Creative Locus.